Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at Avalanche, seeing what's going on. Just an update from last night's video. Simply put, Avalanche is retracing, but also potentially pulling back for an ABC pattern on Elliott Wave. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And just know that if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I love teaching people to trade. I truly hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below. We do have some awesome community members in there, of course. It's a free group if you want to join. If you're considering our premium group, we took nice profits this weekend from SHIB, 62%, 121% from a previous swing trade. Avalanche, 53% in 2 days, and ICP, day and a half, 96%. Good weekend for us there. We're considering another trade here from Avalanche or Solana, but more importantly, waiting for confirmation and trying to see if we are going to pull back or if we're going to increase, right? Because again, it's important to try to find a good entry, but also it's important to, make sure to prioritize and effectively use good risk tolerance. And those are a few things that we can talk about here. But let's mainly look at the backend stuff first, just to understand where we're at here. Because in the backend data, we see liquidation levels not really all that heavy on this coin. Okay, again, mainly because that $38 to $37 range has been swept pretty hard. Okay, so again, I mentioned that $38 was a support level. It's exactly why they focus on those levels, the whales. Okay, so you got to recognize putting your stop loss right at a support level is not the most ideal. Oftentimes with my swing trades, if you've been in my community, you probably know this by now, I put my stop loss well below a key level support, if possible, to ensure if the candle wick comes down. Sometimes it happens. Occasionally we'll hit a stop loss. For the most part, we can survive these kind of ebbs and flows. Okay, now we don't have an Avalanche trade open right now. I think we did take some profits on, what is it? Yeah, so we took a BNB stop loss there. But we took a lot of profit here from a previous BNB trade, Litecoin, XRP, Solana, Matic. I thought there was an Avalanche trade in here somewhere, 36% from Matic. I guess we haven't been trading it. Yeah, because again, we've been hitting Matic pretty hard with a lot of different trades and of course, a couple of stop losses too. So I guess it depends on how you look at it. Again, that's my day trading group. Please make sure you use caution when utilizing that because again, it'll find really good entries, but if you're not following the trades, it can effectively take you in the wrong direction because again, they're made to be for smaller time frames. You got to recognize that. So with the larger time frames here, once more, what are we looking at here? Well, we're looking at a pretty interesting situation here. In other words, what we can see here is a 9 and 10 sequential, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're basically 9 more days into this continuation. Okay, so if you got just say a reset here, for example, we'd be good shape. The truth is this coin is massively overextended. There's no other way around it. However, we're still maintaining above the moving averages. We are in decent shape here. Stochastic is starting to swing down and RSIs are coming down as well. It's a common place when the price has been extended for this time. It just naturally pulls back even if the price goes sideways, but it pulls back harder when you see a candle wick like this. In fact, today, overall, it's been an 11% day from top to bottom. Okay, so that's a lot of movement when you think about it. Either way you look at it, there are some signs here telling us the momentum is shifting, but it hasn't fully shifted yet. Again, daily time frame gives us some perspective of what's going on, but it's not really the most ideal time frame for understanding what a transition is going to be looking like. So let's take a look at this here. We came down to a 9 and 2 sequential throughout the weekend. In other words, we had 36 hours of continuation of the downside. We have stochastic RSI swinging back up here, and of course RSI jumping with money flow index coming down. So those are a few conflicting pieces of information. Okay, the truth is though we're overextended to the downside, so recovery would make sense, which is all the more reason why we should expect somewhat of a dead cat bounce. It may not even be, it may not be substantial. It may not even be this high. But if we look here, 0.618, this level here, this previous resistance, that could very well be a level that is going to be retested here. So my anticipation here is, if Elliott Wave does fulfill itself, we could see this level of $42 retested. Price action rejects and comes back down for a lower low. That's a possibility. So we want to kind of just be mindful of that and be aware of that being a possibility. That way we're not surprised if it happens, okay? Again, not a guarantee, but stronger likelihood now that we've finished our ABC pattern, or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got our 5 waves effectively complete. It would make sense for this being the lowest point for us to establish a lower high and a lower low after that, okay? So trying to get super excited that we're just going to break out from here. We did effectively close above this level of $38, so that is a support level. Keep that in mind. That's a good sign, but it doesn't necessarily mean the price is going to break out from here. Okay, a lot of times you could argue this like a beginning of a head and shoulders pattern, right? Where the price will pull back from there. So again, a lot of reasons to consider the price pulling back, if not now, but soon. Okay, just want to be, I guess we got to be conservative, but also realistic. You know, like I know it kind of sucks. You can't be like negative all the time in the market, but this is not negativity. This is really just straightforward. The price looks like it wants to pull back. Last thing I want to talk about here on the hourly here, we are confirming that shorts are in play right now. And if you have a short position open, you should leave it open because you might consider to take profit. Okay. Now that said, we take a look here at this lower lead that is below the conversion line is below the baseline. Significant momentum. Even though it's pulling back there, we could still see it continue. Lagging spans currently free and clear, and we're well below the cloud. So to me, this feels like a little overextended to take a short position. But again, my thought process is that Bitcoin's going to pull back soon again to retest that lower level of liquidity at 40,500. If that happens, we should see another sweep down here for Avalanche to complete that pattern, right? So ABC, right? Again, just seems more probable at this point. Is it 100% likely? No, of course not. Nothing is, but we just want to prepare for the worst, hope for the best, right? Okay, so that's pretty much what I got here. Last thing, of course, extremely important as well. If you're struggling with KYC and VPN requirements, jumping over to Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. Highly recommend them. Significant bonus rewards if you use my link to register. A lot of my members have been transferring over some funds and getting a significant bonus there too. So really cool. I'm glad that's working out well for you. Thanks for the wonderful feedback. Again, no KYC, no VPN for that exchange. Trailing stop losses, multiple profit targets. They have a phenomenal exchange. I have some walkthrough initially. I'm going to make more through our Discord here on our Bitunix section, but you can reference that on my YouTube as well. Either way, thanks again so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care.